Hey guys, Johnny here. There's some pretty big news out today from Nintendo. I had no idea. This came completely out of left field. Apparently, Nintendo had a conference with a Japanese mobile gaming company by the name of DeNA. I think that's how you say it. It's DENA. Um, but they had a conference pretty much announcing that Nintendo is partnering with them to bring Nintendo IPs to mobile gaming. So using their characters for mobile games. I did not see this coming at all. Like I said, this came completely out of left field. I was a firm believer that Nintendo wasn't going to do this anytime soon. Um, just because Nintendo, they always follow the beat of their own drum. They don't follow anyone else in the industry. And it seems like that's the popular thing to do now. You know, a lot of game developers that develop for consoles are developing for mobile as well. And Nintendo is now doing that as well. I guess they just couldn't, hold off the shareholders anymore. Like everybody wanted them to do it. You always see articles about Nintendo needs to go mobile. Why haven't they gone mobile yet? Things like that. Um, they just couldn't hold off that criticism anymore, and they had to just jump in. So let's read a little bit about what's going on here. It says the two companies intend to jointly operate new gaming applications featuring Nintendo IP, which they will develop specifically for smart devices. Right. That's pretty much what I already told you guys. Let's see. Iwata said, of course, Nintendo will utilize smart devices as communication media for Nintendo IP. In addition, so that our consumers will be closely connected with them, we will deploy a game business which takes advantage of Nintendo IP. Right. Let's see. As for which Nintendo IP will be used, we do not intend to make any exceptions. Potentially, any Nintendo IP could be used in our smart device software. On the other hand, as I just said, games on smart devices require ever-evolving services rather than just being a finished product. A combined effort will be necessary to operate them. People's attention would only be dispersed if we simply increased the number of titles we simultaneously released, and we could not expect to expand our business. Accordingly, we will narrow down the titles for development and operation to some extent. So, from what I'm reading here, it seems like they're not actually going to get like Nintendo first party studios to, how do you say, like, to solely just make mobile games. Like that's all they do. They're not going to do that with their first party studios. It sounds to me like they're just licensing their IP, um, maybe to third party studios so they can make games out of it. I don't know how I feel about that. If they're going to go mobile, then just go all out. Like put some of your own studios on it. Make sure that it's quality software. Don't just give your IPs out. I remember maybe a year ago, I don't know if it was Reggie or Iwata, but someone at Nintendo said that they didn't want to go mobile just because it would devalue their franchises, their characters and whatnot. If you don't want that to happen, then they would need to, if it's going to be farmed out to third parties, they need to strongly supervise what's going to be developed if they're not going to do it themselves. That seems like, that does seem like a way that it could devalue their franchises, but still, I see what they're doing. As for Nintendo IP that would cross over well to mobile, I think Animal Crossing definitely must be up there, high, like a high priority on their list, just because it seems like a game that could, it would be a cool free-to-play game where you have options to buy stuff with real money. I don't like that, you know. I don't think a lot of gamers do like that, like free to play games where you have to buy stuff, um, in game microtransactions and whatnot. But that is basically like that is what mobile gaming is about in most cases. So mobile gaming is not going anywhere. Smartphones aren't going anywhere. Nintendo's just embracing that. So I think Animal Crossing definitely would work there. Fire Emblem is another game I would like to see that on mobile. Games like Mario and stuff, they probably are going to use the Mario IP in some way. It's extremely popular, obviously. I don't see how Mario platformers would work very well on mobile, so there must be some different ideas for Mario out there. But overall, I can't wait to see what happens with this, what comes out of this. I am very excited for Nintendo's E3 conference just to see more about this. Hopefully that they talk about it in more detail because this information is just coming out, so I don't know everything yet. I'm just speaking to you guys as the information is coming out. So, um, but I am cautious about this, extremely cautious, and we'll see what happens. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time.